Quantum of Solace. Definitely an oddball in the James Bond series. Following production issues from pre-production, the final result is almost a Frankenstein's monster of a movie.
It's pronounced Frankenstein.
And ends up being one of the weaker entries in the Craig era. Luckily it isn't the worst, that title falls to Spectre.
Finish it.
Welcome back to Fallen Angel Productions Movie Reviews, where I explain what a movie is. Today, in continuing my James Bond Christmas, I am looking at, of course, Quantum of Solace. First, let me set the scene. 2007. A great year. We witnessed some greats like No Country for Old Men, Rob Zombie's Halloween, The Mist, Spider-Man 3, and of course the masterpiece of the year, AVP Requiem. Unfortunately, this was the beginning of the now infamous writers' strike. In November 2007, thousands of writers started striking. This included Casino Royale co-writer Paul Haggis, who allegedly handed his script to the studio a mere 2 hours before the strike began. Director Mark Foster and Daniel Craig allegedly had to fill the unfinished script. That's when you know you're in trouble, when your director and lead actor have to write the script. Audiences in 2008 basically all had the same opinions when it was released. It stunk. At only 106 minutes, which is really short for a Bond movie, it somehow feels longer, with tons of plot holes, uninspiring villains, and way too much action. It's had a resurgence in the Bond fandom, however, as I've seen a lot of them praise the film for even being better than Casino Royale. And if you're watching this and enjoyed the movie, I'm glad. If anything, I'm jealous. I wish I could like this movie. But I don't. Whatever, let's get this plot down. So, this movie starts right where Casino Royale left off, which is actually impressive. It was definitely a first for the franchise, and I will throw praise at it. It is revealed that Mr. White from the ending of the last movie has been brought in by Bond to MI6. He's a member of the group known as Quantum. They're the people who betrayed and killed Vesper in Casino Royale. Mr. White escapes custody and Bond is led to a fellow known as Dominic Green, who's a practicing entrepreneur who is also a lead member of Quantum. His motive is confusing, but basically he wants to cause a drought in Bolivia so he can sell water to them at high prices, and I'm bored already. Throughout the movie, Bond is on a revenge mission to get payback for Vesper. The movie does pick up in quality near the climax at the desert, but by then the damage is already done and I'm already posting my review on Letterboxd. Anyway, I can't be bothered getting more into the plot, so let's move to the ratings. First is originality. For all the movie's flaws, you can at least admit it's original. Unlike Spectre. But I guess that is to the fact that the plot is so confusing and boring that no one else would try to make this movie. 9 out of 10. Next is storyline. Some of the poorest storylines in a movie. Basically the structure of it is action scene, boring exposition, action scene, exposition to explain the next action scene. It gets boring and repetitive, and I wish I could throw some compliments towards the movie, but I can't. 4 out of 10. Third is script. As I said before, the only thing written by a professional writer was the draft. There's no subtlety in dialogue or any fun in the script, which the only compliment I could find for this is, I guess it portrays the seriousness of this entry better. Whatever, anyway, it's a 5 out of 10. Fourth is characters. I don't like them. James Bond is the only character I semi-liked in this movie, but I guess that may be just personal bias. The villain, Dominic Green, is one of the poorest Bond villains since Die Another Day, and he has no lasting effect on me. 3 out of 10. Fifth is acting. I guess I can add points for acting. Look, I'm really trying my best to praise this movie as much as I can. Daniel Craig portrays Bond grieving in a great style, and even Mateo Amalric as Dominic can have his moments. 7 out of 10. After this is special effects. For all the movie's faults, at least the action scenes are done really well. Even if edited appallingly, they're still great. 9 out of 10. Next is editing. I'm not going to put this lightly, it's pure crap. The movie makes too much use of the shaky quick cuts that I hate so much in action movies nowadays. Annoys the hell out of me and deserves a 1 out of 10. Yeah, I mark harsh for editing like this. Next is creativity. I guess it's creative with a lot of parts. It makes good use of the ambiguity of Quantum and does have some cool mystery moments. 8 out of 10. Second last is entertainment value. I guess I enjoyed it better than my first viewing, which I've heard you have to rewatch it a few times to understand and appreciate it better, but I don't know about this one. I guess I'll rate it on general entertainment value, so 5 out of 10. Last but not least, personal opinion. I liked it better than on my first viewing, but personally I'm not a big fan of it. But I definitely saw potential. 5 out of 10. Now for the bonus round. First is the intro title song. This song is called Another Way to Die and is performed by Alicia Keys and Jack White in a duet. Recently I've come around to this song. A few weeks ago I would have given it no bonus points, but personally I'm starting to like the song. So +2. Next is Gadgets. Nothing special here. Had to use the James Bond wiki since I couldn't see any. The wiki includes a phone and an earpiece. So nothing special, so +0. Which brings the total score of Quantum of Solace to 58 out of 100. Now for my thoughts. After rewatch, I've definitely come to appreciate this movie more, but not really much has changed for me. I do think if the writer's strike hadn't happened, we might have seen a really good movie. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Next, I'll be looking at my favourite Daniel Craig movie, and quite possibly my favourite Bond movie, with Skyfall. But until then, don't rush your pre-productions, people.